It is day 163 of the second Trump administration, and after a marathon voting session, the Senate narrowly passed the president's sweeping budget bill. The vote was 51-50, with Vice President J.D. Vance casting the tie-breaking vote because three Republicans, can you guess who they were? Susan Collins, Rand Paul, and Thom Tillis voted no. In the end, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, a very vocal critic of several provisions of this bill, she voted yes, but she said it was an agonizing decision. Our own Ryan Nobles has all the details.
The dramatic moment, Vice President Vance breaking a tie vote.
The Vice President votes in the affirmative. The bill as amended is passed.
In a major win for President Trump, the Senate narrowly passing what he calls his big, beautiful bill, which extends the Trump tax cuts, increases border security, and eliminates taxes on tips and overtime.
As President Trump would say, promises made, promises kept.
But three Republicans and every Democrat voting no.
Republicans passed the biggest tax breaks for billionaires ever seen.
Ultimately, it came down to Alaska Republican Lisa Murkowski, who negotiated a special carve-out for Alaska to soften the blow of the changes to Medicaid, drawing the ire of Kentucky's Rand Paul, who voted no.
They chose to add more pork and subsidies for Alaska to secure that.
We pressed Murkowski.
Senator Paul said that that your vote was a bailout for Alaska at the expense of the rest of the country.
Oh, my God.
That's what Senator Paul said.
Question was easy. Senator, we've got the...
I'm just asking for your response.
My response is I have an obligation to the people of the state of Alaska. And I live up to that every single day.
Now the bill goes back to the House. President Trump optimistic.
Actually, I think it will be easier in the House than it was in the Senate.
And responding to new criticism of the bill from Elon Musk, who says it's full of, quote, insane spending. The president posting, without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa.
Doge is going to look at Musk, and if Doge looks at Musk, we're going to save a fortune.
While Speaker Johnson insisting he can get the bill through the House again, despite a razor-thin Republican majority.
A lot of work ahead, but that's the job, so we'll get it done.
And there you have him right there. House Speaker Mike Johnson will have just 2 days to pass the bill before Trump's July 4th deadline. So let's get smarter with our lead-off panel tonight. Jeff Mason is here, White House correspondent for Reuters. Amna Nawaz, co-anchor of PBS NewsHour and an MSNBC contributor. Dave Weigel's here, political reporter for Semaphore. Amna, not a huge surprise. In the end, politically, Donald Trump gets his way from his party, but there were some very high-profile no's. What does that signal to you?
I think it's important to point out the high-profile no's came from someone we expected it from, Rand Paul, another Senator, Susan Collins, who just, as she explained, could not get her head around the cuts to Medicaid and what it would mean for her community in Maine, even with an additional fund that they ended up building for rural health care, that additional billions of dollars that ended up going there, and from Thom Tillis, who announced that he's going to be retiring, that he's not going to be running for re-election, and delivered a fiery floor speech in opposition to this bill, basically saying that the president is being misled about the potential cuts here to Medicaid and how many people will be impacted. So those are your three no votes right there. I thought Ryan's reporting, pointing out how Lisa Murkowski changed her vote in securing some of those carve-outs for Alaska, that's the key point to focus in on. But also another name we're not mentioning here, Senator Ron Johnson, who had for weeks led the opposition to this bill, largely as a self-proclaimed fiscal hawk, and ended up changing his mind and his vote in the end as well, because he said he got commitments from the president about returning to some federal spending levels of pre-pandemic levels. And so in the end, as you say, Stephanie, Republicans end up lining up because this is what they want. This is what the president wants, rather. And now it goes back to the House. You see House Speaker Mike Johnson already out tonight saying this bill is largely unchanged from the House version. We'll see how House Republicans approach that over the next couple of days. But they're a couple of days away from the president's self-imposed deadline, and we'll see what happens.
Dave, the Lisa Murkowski point is such an important one because critics are complaining. They're saying, I can't believe she rolled over and voted yes. But she got the carve-outs that are going to, for the most part, satisfy the people of Alaska. That's what her job is to do. What were your big takeaways? What else do you think we need to know?
Well, the carve-out she got for Alaska is one that actually works against some of what Republicans say they want to do with this bill, which was curbing our favorites, waste and fraud and abuse. Most Republicans, as they literally rush to D.C. to vote for this, and as we saw with Marjorie Taylor Greene, are not familiar with every single element of the bill and how it's going to work. They're very comfortable defending the extension of tax cuts, which most people aren't going to feel because their taxes didn't go up. When it comes to defending Medicaid and the rest of this, I sort of look at the money here and what sort of spending has been done to defend the bill, to attack Democrats. Republicans are most comfortable saying they prevented a tax cut and saying that, truthfully, that this is going to fund a lot of ICE and border wall construction. On the details of the Medicaid expansion, I am struck, as confident as Republicans seem to be, that they can say we're just sending that 35-year-old playing video games at his parents' house into a situation where he has to fill out work requirements. That was not a huge problem for America. There's not an epidemic of lazy 30-somethings skiving off Medicaid. And so the way Republicans have defended this, I do think they're getting a little bit over their skis into a situation where they are going to argue in their districts for something they have not put a lot of time into defending. They've just been trusting Donald Trump to get this over the finish line, adding their votes to it. You can just find, not Murkowski per se, but other Republicans are just not conversant in what the bill is going to do, especially after all the changes the Senate just made to it.
Not conversant in what the bill is going to do, and that is literally what their jobs are. Let's talk about what's in it, right? A lot of what we expected. Dave just laid it out. You know, the tax breaks, no taxes on tips, there's an auto loan deduction. But Republicans also achieved these two monumental goals, right? The partial appeal of Obamacare, right? And they're doing it through these Medicaid cuts, and ICE getting a massive, massive funding boost. So, Jeff, give us any other details that aren't in the headlines that we need to know.
I think we've touched on a lot of the really important ones. I guess I would take a step back and just look at the politics of all of this. Number one, President Trump, after spending a good chunk of his first several months in office governing basically through executive order, is pretty darn close to getting a massive, massive legislative win. And this is also, you know, people are calling it now a domestic policy bill with good reason, because it's about domestic policy. It's one of his first major victories on the home front in terms of getting money for his signature policies. And that certainly includes ICE and includes immigration raids and the crackdown on immigration. So, you know, I think it'll be very interesting to watch in the next day how fiscal hawks in the House handle some of the changes that the Senate has made. But if they get there and it ends up on his desk, whether it's on July 4th directly or not, this is a really big political win for President Trump. That said, to jump off of some of the things that Dave was saying, there are landmines in this bill for Republicans politically. And the midterms, we keep saying, are a ways off, and they are. But everyone in the House has to run for re-election, and a third of the Senate has to run for re-election. And there is plenty of time between now and then for the hurt that will come from some of these Medicaid cuts to bubble up and to impact people's thinking when they go to the ballot box.
Except, of course, a lot of these cuts don't hit until after the midterms. So Democrats better figure out how they're going to message it between now and then. Amna, let's talk about what happens in the House, because Speaker Johnson did say the Senate went a little further than the House would have liked. But at the end of the day, Mike Johnson, he doesn't like to say no to Donald Trump. This thing's going through. What do you think?
So a couple of things to track right now. I think we're seeing a lot of concerns being expressed by members of the House Freedom Caucus and other self-described fiscal hawks, people for whom the increased spending and Medicaid cuts were issues, right? But if going into this from the House version, you had concerns that Medicaid was either being cut too much on one side of the spectrum, or that there was still not enough cuts to spending, the Senate version sort of made it worse for both ends of that spectrum. So it's going to be interesting to see how people who previously expressed those concerns will now view this new Senate version. The other thing to track, I have to say right now, just being in the D.C. area, is the weather. It has been raining. There have been thunderstorms, flooding in some parts of D.C., and tracking some of the travel of these lawmakers who are rushing back to Washington to try to cast these votes tomorrow, they're having some issues. Nancy Mace has been tweeting her journey because all of her flights were canceled. I think she's now on a bus trip making an 8 or 9 hour journey up to Washington. So, when you're dealing with tight margins, travel matters. That's another thing we're going to be watching here. But to your larger point here, Stephanie, I think this is really about which Republicans are going to be willing to be the ones to stand up and say to President Trump, I'm going to be the one to stand in the way of your one big, beautiful bill. I'm going to be the one to stand in the way of you codifying your entire domestic agenda. I don't know that we could name a single Republican who meets that criteria right now in the House.